Massachusetts Senate last night approved legislation to make voting a little more convenient here in Massachusetts. 22 News State House reporter Christine Lee is live in Boston to tell us why there may be fewer hassles in future elections.
During the last presidential election left many voters frustrated and confused, but now state lawmakers aim to turn that around. The Massachusetts Senate got a warm reception after approving a bill 37-1 that would allow Massachusetts voters to cast ballots during the weekend on weekdays 2 weeks before an election and allow for online and same-day voter registration.
We're in the 21st century, but our voting system was really designed 100 years ago or more, and it's time to move into the modern era.
Senate Republicans introduced a measure that would require voters to show identification or sign an affidavit saying they're eligible to vote.
It seems to me that the necessary complement to that is making sure that we know who those voters are, and we make sure that they're not voting in multiple times or in multiple locations or other kinds of things.
The Republican measure was rejected by Senate Democrats, who said requiring ID could cause delays, drive up costs, and suppress the vote among seniors, people with disabilities, and minorities.
Last presidential election, long lines in some areas, particularly in urban areas in Massachusetts, in Boston, and Worcester, and Springfield, and Lawrence. We saw lines, and some of them were up to 2 or 3 hours in some cases.
Last year, the Massachusetts House also approved an early voting bill that would allow people to vote 2 weeks ahead of time. Both the House and Senate bills would allow for early voting to begin by the 2016 presidential election. A 6-member conference committee made up of Senate and House members must now consolidate the 2 elections bills before it heads to the governor's desk. Live at the State House, Christine Lee, 22 News.